Get set to go with heat race number 2 of Wingless Sprints. 10 laps is the journey. It's Gavin Preen on the front row, joined by the current and defending WA State champ in Matt Arwinow. Nathan Walden in the 71 machine on the inside second row, joined by car number 32 of Kane Cutts. The 27 of Zane Martin and Matty Fellows in the 78 make up row number 3. And from the tail of the field, Brandon Sharp in the 24 and the 84 of Darren Humphreys. That's your starters and drivers. The second 10-lap heat race of the afternoon for our Wingless Sprint cars. Set to go for the Southern Forest Car Wash state title for 2022 here on New Year's Eve. Set for a start, 8 cars, 10 laps to journey as they come out of turn number 4. We are racing, and it is Blake and it's Matty Arwinow who gets the best of the start. He'll lead quite comfortably going into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. It's an almighty car park with 3 cars, 3 wide further back as Darren Humphrey tries to muscle his way past Zane Martin and Matty Fellows. Car number 84 is on a mission, and the yellows have come on.
Not bad, we can be better, so we're going to set that precedence from this first round. Side by side.
And both cars on the front row get a warning.
First warning, just went a little bit early, we're a bit in front of the 21, side by side. Okay, another go this time.
So it's Gavin Preen and Matt Arwinow, your front row, on this second attempt of a start. Matty Arwinow being judged for just going that a little bit too early on the first attempt. Nathan Walden and Kane Cutts, row number 2. We are racing once again. Much better start this time around. Same result though. The Ultra Tune Cannington number 1 leads into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Humphrey once again trying to repeat what he did on the first attempt and muscle his way through. He's unable to do it that time around. He goes side by side with the 24 Brandon Sharp as they move into turn number 3 for the first time. It's an almighty car park of Wingless Sprints as Matty Arwinow checks away from him. The 21 machine in second place of Gavin Preen. Then pretty much anyone gets Kane's Cut, Matty Fellows. They're side by side with Sharp and Walden further back with Humphrey trying to muscle his way through. And Zane Martin at the tail of the field as we got cars bouncing left, right and centre through that rut that's starting to form quite predominantly down there in turn number 3 and 4. But they're all ganging up on the back of the 21 car at the moment. No one can seem to find a way past as Sharp tries to draw level on the inside of Matty Fellows. Keep an eye out for Walden trying to go on the big outside pass through turn number 3. That rut's really starting to unsettle a fair few of them as they come out of turn number 4. Sharp drops a spot to the 71 as Matty Fellows throws it down the inside to move up into 3rd. Relegates Preen back to 4th as they come out of turn number 2. Walden now wants his piece of the action in car number 71. He moves up into 4th place. Humphrey tries to follow. So poor old Preen's getting his ears boxed at the moment as they come out of turn number 4. Sharp's also found a way through on the Pettis suspension entry. And Humphreys is just on a charge at the moment. He's now up into 4th place in car number 84 from the last row of the grid. But it's all Matty Arwinow out in front. Then we go back to Kane Cutts and Matty Fellows. Darren Humphrey and Nathan Walden, your top 5, with Brandon Sharp, Zane Martin and Gavin Preen at the tail of the field as they go through turn number 2. There is going to be 4 laps remaining for your race leader, Matty Arwinow, who is out by an absolute way. They got big woven there for Cutts. That rut in turn number 3 really caught out car number 32. And he's dropped back to what is now 4th place with Fellows and Humphreys all finding their way through. Nathan Walden, Brandon Sharp, Zane Martin and Gavin Preen at the tail of the field with 3 laps to go this time around. The gap between first and second is 4.8 seconds. It was an 18.28 last time around for Matty Arwinow. He is running away with this one with 2 to go. And that rut in turn number 3 is really starting to unsettle these Wingless Sprints. But a lap and a half to go. It is all Matty Arwinow from Matt Fellows. Then we go back to Darren Humphreys, Kane Cutts, Nathan Walden, Brandon Sharp and Zane Martin with the white flag on display. This time, Matty Fellows has been caught out by the right. He drops the spot to Darren Humphrey. Kane Cutts has got to try and muscle his way back through, but out of turn number 3 and 4. The current WA number 1 looking for a hat trick. Continues the Arwenow's form. He takes out heat race number 2. And as they tenderly move through 3 and 4 on the final time, Darren Humphrey, after starting on the last roll of the grid, will come home in 2nd place. Matty Fellows will be 3rd. Kane Cutts will be 4th. Then we go back to Nathan Walden, Brandon Sharp, Zane Martin, and Gavin Preen. The winning margin, a staggering 6.7 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Darren Humphrey, you got to give it to him though on a track that's quite hard to pass. Car number 84 from the last row of the grid scores himself a 2nd place finish. So that winning margin again, it is huge. 6.782 of a second between Matty Arwenow and Darren Humphreys, with Matty Fellows rounding out your top 3. And a fair few of them having some real troubles with that rut down there in turn number 3. Cutts and Fellows were the 2 main ones that got caught out in that one. But as your current WA number 1, as I said a few times already, he's looking for a hat trick here tonight. Heads to the scales, and once he rolls off, our man Barry Yap Yap Roberts will have a chat with your heat race number 2 winner. It is Matt Arwenow.
And your current and defending state champion, Matt Arwenow, making that one look easy off the front row, doing exactly what brother Blake did. It's a pair of Arwenows in the heats as he just gets his gear off in the Ultra Tune Cannington Castrol Edge W8 number 1. Well, that's a pretty good start to a defence there, Matty.
Yeah, just you got to capitalise on your front row starts. So we'll take that.
Yeah, you definitely had a real mortgage on that one there, with Humphrey actually coming from the rear to 2nd there. So bit to go now, obviously off the back on the next one. A few things to change, and hopefully do the same sort of result.
Oh yeah, it just makes it hard when the track's a bit like this. But you just do what we can do, I guess, from the back and just try and move forward.
No worries, mate. Good luck for the rest of the night. Back up to you, Joshy.
Well, there we go. The Arwenows at the conclusion of round number 1 of racing for the Wingless Sprint State title. They have won 1 apiece. Blake taking out heat race number 1 and Matty taking out heat race number 2. So they're going to be tough to beat. As we conclude round number 1 of racing here at the Tyrepower Manjimup Speedway, we move into round number 2.